I wanted to share something that's on my mind, or more accurately, the difference between the way I see my art compared to others. I'm sure this experience is universal. Someone will compliment my art and I feel like they're being nice, but maybe there's some merit to what they said. So today I'm going to pull out an old sketchbook and look at it again to see if there's a difference in the way I perceive it now. But first, this is a painting I plan on finishing soon. I was telling a close friend of mine about the changes I wanted to make and about the things I disliked, but she didn't understand my problem. It made me question reality a bit. There is a chance I'm being too critical of myself, and there is a chance my art isn't as bad as I believe it is. So here's my old sketchbook. I painted this forever ago, but I remember being very displeased with it. I felt like the colors were too loud, brushstrokes were too rough, but now I don't understand my discontent. If I'm looking at this as a stranger would, I wouldn't even see the problems I had. I was so young and so critical of myself. There wasn't and isn't a reason for that. I'm beginning to understand that people don't have an incentive to compliment something I've created. And for the introverted artist who creates for themselves, I believe the same can be applied. All art is like a guide. Consider the things that you remember hating, and now ask yourself if they're as devastating as you remember. While I paint, I keep a pile of sticky notes beside me. They're actually not as sticky as I like, so I keep them in a notebook for safekeeping, but I use them to just jot down ideas and techniques I learn as I paint. And speaking of painting, I'm ready to do that now, so I'm going to get started. It's later on into the day, and my first night with this painting wasn't as successful as I wanted it to be. I started pretty late and the sunset was pretty early, so I'm going to finish what I can and start again tomorrow. I wanted to do a mini deep dive, quote unquote, of my thought process for this painting. This was actually a practice painting, so it's nothing very serious. It's really just serving as a confidence boost. I haven't painted in about 5 months, so like I said before, it's like a little confidence boost. I'm also going to use it as an opportunity to learn different things about value, highlights, different proportions, and color harmony. I feel like my old paintings struggle with that a lot, so I'm using this as an opportunity to tackle some of my problems and use what I learned for the next painting. So this is the final night with the painting, and I'm a bit impressed by how quickly everything came together. It took about 2 days for the eyes alone, but afterwards everything kind of fell into place, it feels like. I also wanted to spend a bit of time talking about something I've been considering, and maybe it's worth mentioning. The absence of something doesn't mean nothing is there, like how the absence of light is darkness, not nothing. The absence of confidence, because yes, this is about confidence, doesn't mean you're not producing work that's aesthetically pleasing. At one point, there should be an acknowledgement of what people say. For example, someone may see a pair of eyes you've painted as lifelike and breathing, but you may see something that's dull and lopsided. With that being said, it's time to accept reality for what it is. Your art isn't as bad as you think it is. Another part of me feels like, so what? I create art for myself, and what other people think doesn't change how I feel. And to that, I shouldn't listen to myself yet. I should practice patience. I don't have the conviction. It's like following someone who doesn't have a map. Until then, I'll take directions from people who have my best interests at heart, as well as the art that I create. At this point, I'll do anything to keep creating because it feels like that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to create things with my hands, to breathe and to rest. The glimmer of the eye was a little tricky to get down, but I feel I've accomplished that now that I'm looking at it.